What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Jake. Welcome to the JD Cars Automotive YouTube channel. Today on JD Cars, we're doing a whole bunch of cooling work on our E83 BMW X3 over here. Many of you already know from Instagram and previous videos that I left this car idling too long and the cooling fan wasn't working, so the car overheated and lost all of its coolant on the ground. So today what I've just done is a thermostat replacement and a water pump replacement. But while we're in here, it is a good idea to do our belts as well. They're pretty tired and they probably haven't been done in close to 100,000 miles. So I'll be showing you how to replace both belts on an M54 6-cylinder BMW with minimal hand tools at home in under half an hour. Jumping right into things, when you're servicing anything on the front of the engine, the first thing to go is usually our radiator fan here, just because it takes up so much room and really can't get in there. So removing the fan is very simple. We'll have two Torx fasteners. We'll have a T30 right here and a T30 right here. Removing those, disconnecting our electrical connections to the fan will allow us to pull the fan right up and out of the engine bay. Just like that. It's pretty crazy how easy it is to remove. And now we have a bunch of room to access both of our belts here. So we have our Serpentine belt over here and our accessory belt over here that drives everything from our water pump to our alternator. Both of them do seem to be in okay condition. I could definitely drive further, but they're pretty deteriorated. You'll see when I compare them to the new belts. But I really do like BMW's design here. It's quite easy to replace these. Starting with the accessory belt, which is pretty easy to release. We're gonna use a 16mm socket. We're gonna come down to this little welded on nut that's welded right onto the tensioner arm. Put our ratchet in tightening direction, and you'll see that by turning this clockwise, we take the tension off, and this belt will pop right off. Remove our socket, and if you care to do so, it's not a bad idea to take a picture at this point to help you with routing, though it is pretty easy to figure out on your own. Now, you'll see we can't get this belt off yet until we remove the other one. So I'm just gonna loop this up here around our power steering reservoir. And this tensioner might be a little bit more difficult for me to show you. There's no nut welded on for us to leverage. Instead, we're gonna come in with either a little pick tool or a flathead and pop off this cap. Make sure not to lose it. You can see here, we actually have a Torx fastener. So using a T50 Torx, can insert this in, again using a hand ratchet, turning clockwise. You can see it releases all the tension on the belt, and BMW really gives us a nice amount of throw to make this removal process really easy. Might even be able to do it one-handed. Yep. And just like that, here's one belt, and here's the second. Here you can see why I'm replacing these belts today. This is nothing crazy substantial. I've seen worse. I've seen huge chunks out of Serpentine belts and accessory belts, but this is definitely a sign that you want to replace your belt, because maybe 1,000 miles down the road, maybe even a few hundred miles, this could be the end of my belt and we would be out of commission. No power steering, no alternator. That would not be a fun day. So we can hold on to these as extras, but our new belts here are going to be two Continental belts I snagged off of Amazon. Continental is obviously a very reputable rubber company, and they came in at like 15-20 bucks a piece. Not bad at all. If you want the part numbers here, here's our Serpentine belt and here's our accessory belt. We'll start off with the Serpentine. Actually, what am I saying? We're starting with this belt. Same process as removal. We're gonna get it initially lined up and tracked through all the pulleys, and then we'll use the tensioner to get it around the last one when we get there. I'm gonna work my way from the center out to our accessories and back up to the water pump. Pull our tensioner back, get the belt around our water pump here, and there's our accessory belt. Now we just gotta do our Serpentine over here, which will be even easier. Swap back to our T50 Torx bit to leverage our tensioner. Bring her in. Only got two pulleys to worry about here, plus the tensioner. Get that wrapped around. Come in with our T50. Hold down the tensioner. That'll allow us to get the belt over the second pulley, release the tension, make sure our belt's on the pulleys properly. I am spotting that one of our splines is off on the bottom, so we're gonna slightly adjust that. There we go. And just like that, folks, we've replaced the belts, both belts on this car in under half an hour right here at home with minimal hand tools. Compared to other Serpentine belt replacements that I've done, this was a very easy replacement. There's actually quite a bit of room here to work once we remove that radiator fan, and those tensioners do have a big range of movement, which makes replacement really easy. This was honestly a breeze. Now all that's left to do is reinstall our cooling fan, reinstall those two fasteners, and plug it back in, and you're ready to hit the road. So I think that's going to wrap up this video here. I do have another video to film. We have to take care of the expansion tank, so we will be pulling the radiator to do that. So I'm just going to leave the cooling fan out for now. But I hope you guys found this video helpful on how to replace both BMW Serpentine and Accessory belt on this BMW X3. The process is going to be pretty similar on most BMWs, especially ones with the M54, N52, and N54 engine. But yeah, I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, please go leave a like down below. Comment what other videos you'd like to see made. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you next time on JD Cars.